What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I've actually done my morning video today already, and it's uploading and stuff. And, you know, I've been enjoying the time of being able to talk to New York Giant trolls and things, because it's been years since I've actually seen a lot of those guys, and I've missed them because, you know, some people get crazy. It's the whole environment of the world today that if we don't agree, then we have to be enemies, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be that we all can get along. You know what I mean? It just because I don't see your point of view doesn't mean we can't be friends. I'll be honest with you. You know, Philly 500 and me and Cop Pizzle and all that stuff, they're cool people. I don't like their teams at all, but I enjoy having conversations with them. And I like to, you know, like Jerry Jones, stir some stuff up. And so there's some Giant fans out there that are going crazy because people have talked about, you know, I guess I was one of the first ones because Bad Dog literally went off on me and said, how could you? I'm just, you know, with Lawrence Taylor and Micah Parsons. And, you know, my thing is I'm old enough to remember seeing Lawrence Taylor break Joe Theismann's leg. I'm old enough to remember Crunch Course, that video when it came out, you know, where, you know, he's there screaming, we're going to be out there like a bunch of crazed dogs, or you got to do better than this. I lived through that, and I remember how he changed the game. So I think that I can be a judge, you know, be it, I'm not a New York Giant fan, which is going to be a homer that's always going to say, my guy is going to be the best guy ever. But here's what I'm going to do. Just open your minds for a second. I'm sure the NFL YouTube gods are going to get me on this one because I'm actually playing highlights. But these are highlights from last year of Micah Parsons. Okay, I just borrowed a tape, you know, from somebody else, which were his rookie year highlights. And these are Lawrence Taylor highlights from his career, okay? And I just want you to, I'm going to actually play both of them at the same time and listen to the narration from Lawrence Taylor. And this way, we can look at this. This is actually a chance to really start using, you know, I've been collecting equipment and building the studio for so long. This is actually an opportunity to kind of use a little bit more of the technology that I actually have in here. And so we're going to go ahead and start this right now. And hopefully you guys will enjoy this.
There was only one Lawrence Taylor, and he was worth every penny. His freakish athleticism and sheer relentlessness made him a new kind of linebacker, one the league had never seen and could rarely stop.
The traditional ways of pass protecting, assigning a back to the outside linebacker, proved to be not applicable when he got into football because he was a mismatch on most backs. If not all.
There's Lawrence Taylor with one man trying to block him. It can't happen. One man cannot block Lawrence Taylor.
In the running game, they had to come up with some schemes where they could keep him from just running behind the line of scrimmage and chasing the plays down. The challenge was to let the talent flourish without breaking down the structure of the defense. We're playing against the Cardinals. He was supposed to be dropping in coverage, and he rushed and sacked the quarterback. I said, look, you got this wrong. You're off in coverage. You're not rushing. Oh, yeah. You tell me. So later in the game, the same situation comes up. And do you know the son of a gun does the same thing, but this time he sacks Neil Lomax. George Martin picks it up, and we score with it. Okay, so now we got 2 sacks and a touchdown out of it. Everybody's mobbed them in the end zone, and they're jumping on top of each other. They come up the sideline, and I'm just staring at him cold. And he goes, I did it again, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
And I said, yeah, you did it again. And I said, we don't even have what you're doing. He said, well, we better put it in Monday. He says, because it's a dandy.
Taylor's instinctive approach to the game produced 132 and a half sacks, but it was his fiery will to compete that made him the only linebacker ever named NFL MVP.
Hey, Sully, man, I hope I never get back in there. I will kick your ass. Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs and have some fun. Son, I gotta do better than this.
Never did that flame burn brighter than on a Sunday night in New Orleans.
Look at this.
When LT proved he could take control of a game with only one arm.
You get strapped up like this, you really have to want to go back there.
This is like a gladiator. I mean, if we had Julius Caesar sitting up there, he'd probably be applauding this man's effort.
He still managed to play and be a force in the game.
Taylor knocked it away. Giant football.
Tonight, Lawrence Taylor has got that throttle open at about 200%.
I think it's a signature game. After the game, we were in the locker room. I remember grabbing the back of his head and putting it kind of on my forehead because it was very noisy. And I said, that was the best. That's the best I've seen you do. And he told me, he said, I don't know how I ever got through that one, Bill.
Damn.
He is certainly among the very greatest players to ever play this game.
Taylor.
In my mind, there's no debate about it.
Ask any fan, and you have to go with LT.
The Giants, Babe Ruth. But LT could move faster than a slow trot, and he wasn't as big as Uncle Louie G.
The guy would come off the edge, and he would knock your quarterback in the next week. And have fun doing it.
Son, I gotta do better than this.
The guy had a motor that didn't stop.
Tonight, Lawrence Taylor has got that throttle open at about 200%.
Homeboy, we can't play that stuff on here. Y'all gonna have to go to the other side.
You couldn't believe what you were saying. The athleticism, he was like a gazelle.
The play against the Saints, when he tracks down Ruben Mays across the entire field. He shot out of a cannon. He's got no business making that play.
The only thing LT loved crushing more than quarterbacks were golf balls.
We'll get a tee off time around 11 or so.
I did enjoy when LT hit a golf ball at a Giant stadium.
Oh, my God. Out of here! Yes!
One of the games I remember was he had a bum shoulder against the Saints.
Plays with a harness, stapled, scotch taped, paper clipped onto his upper body, and plays one of the most dominant games of his career.
The last defensive football player to win the Most Valuable Player award.
Giants hold the fumble. Lawrence Taylor came up with the ball.
I'm honored to receive the Gillette NFL Most Valuable Player Award for the 1986-87 season.
Yeah, stick. Yeah, you mine. You mine, baby.
He was good, Wired. He was good.
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs and have some fun. Let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs, baby.
He was absolutely terrifying.
Hey, Sully, man, I hope I never get back in there. I will kick your ass.
If you were Schuler and you heard those words coming out of another human being's mouth, I would have just left.
The hit that he made on Theismann, that was amazing and scary at the same time.
I have a feeling, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah. Now, again, Micah has a long ways to go. Those were highlights just from his rookie season. When I see what Micah Parsons is doing, we'll see if he ever becomes league MVP. League MVP. But I tell you what, when you see what he is doing to some of these quarterbacks and the things that he's doing, the moves that he's making, he is changing the game. And all I got to say is kick back and relax. Giant fans, you may not like it, but enjoy seeing somebody who is so good at what they do. It's unbelievable what we've got with Micah Parsons. And thank your stars, because if this team is going to succeed and finally get back to the promised land, he is going to be a big part of it. And when people say he's not changing games, well, ask Tyler Heineke if he's changing games or not. I will talk to you guys later.